Whiskey on the bar, regret in hand. Chicago blues helping understand. Why the night always ends this way. Whiskey and regret, here to stay. Three fingers amber on the wood. Regret tasting like it should. Whiskey warms, regret burns cold. Whiskey and regret, stories told. At every midnight bar like this, whiskey and regret, midnight bliss. Whiskey and regret, late night healing. Chicago blues always revealing what the daylight tries to hide. Whiskey and regret inside, healing vibes in amber glass. Whiskey and regret, built to last. Could have said a different thing. Whiskey and regret, the sting of every word I left unsaid. Whiskey and regret instead of sleeping like I know I should. Whiskey, regret understood. Healing whiskey deep, regret the company I keep. At midnight in this Chicago bar, whiskey and regret, near and far. Whiskey and regret, late night healing. Chicago blues always revealing what the daylight tries to hide. Whiskey and regret inside, healing vibes in amber glass. Whiskey and regret, built to last. Regret and whiskey share a taste, both of them never made in haste. Both of them need midnight hours. Whiskey and regret, healing powers. Glass is empty, regret remains. Whiskey and regret, midnight stains. Late night healing, found at last. Whiskey and regret, unsurpassed. empty glass and midnight thought, reflecting midnight vibes I caught. Between the pessimist and bright, half-empty glass night burning right. Chicago blues, the referee, half-empty glass night setting free. Reflecting midnight vibes, half glass, half-empty glass night watching pass. The hours between the full and none, half-empty glass night nearly done. Half-empty glass night, reflective vibes, Chicago blues, how it describes the midnight mind at halfway point. Half-empty glass night anoint, reflecting midnight vibes half done. Half-empty glass night nearly won. Philosophy at midnight bar, half-empty glass night near and far. From certainty of full or none, half-empty glass night nearly done. Reflecting on the half that stayed, half-empty glass night never afraid. Reflective vibes, half-empty true, half-empty glass night, me and you, sitting with the in-between. Half-empty glass night, the scene. Half-empty glass night, reflective vibes, Chicago blues, how it describes the midnight mind at halfway point. Half-empty glass night anoint, reflective midnight vibes half done. Half-empty glass night nearly won. Half-empty is the honest place, half-empty glass night healing space. Between the wanting and the half-empty glass night, not so bad. Last sip gone, glass stands clear. Half-empty glass night atmosphere, reflecting midnight vibes complete. Half-empty glass night, bittersweet. flickering on the corner. Chicago blues, the midnight mourner. Of everything that flickers out, broken streetlight blues, no doubt. About the beauty of the broken streetlight blues, unspoken. Lonely midnight vibes and flicker. Broken streetlight blues gets thicker. With the dark between the light. Broken streetlight blues, midnight right. Broken streetlight blues, lonely vibes. Chicago blues, how it describes the flickering of broken things. Broken streetlight blues, midnight sings. Lonely midnight vibes and dark. Broken streetlight blues, the mark. Nobody fixed that light for months. Broken streetlight blues confronts the city with its broken face. Broken streetlight blues, the space between the working and the worn. Broken streetlight blues, midnight born. Lonely midnight vibes flicker on. Broken streetlight blues playing on. Through the dark between the bright. Broken streetlight blues, midnight right. Broken streetlight blues, lonely vibes. Chicago blues, how it describes the flickering of broken things. Broken streetlight blues, midnight sings. Lonely midnight vibes and dark. Broken streetlight blues, the mark. Broken light on broken street. Broken streetlight blues, heartbeat of the city after dark. Broken streetlight blues, the mark. Streetlight flickers one last time. Broken streetlight blues, sublime. Lonely midnight vibes complete. Broken streetlight blues, bittersweet. Empty glass upon the bar tonight. Chicago blues making everything right. About having nothing left to drink. Empty glass philosophy to think. About the half-full, half-empty game. Empty glass philosophy the same. Philosophy in the empty glass. Deep late night, watching hours pass. Chicago blues, the only school. Empty glass philosophy the rule. Empty glass philosophy, deep laid vibes. Chicago blues, how it describes the midnight mind with nothing left. Empty glass philosophy blessed. Deep late night vibes and empty clear. Empty glass philosophy here. Ordered full and now it's gone. Empty glass philosophy plays on. Through the deep late night of thought, empty glass philosophy caught between the pessimist and bright. Empty glass philosophy right. Deep late night in empty glass. Empty glass philosophy class at the midnight Chicago bar. Empty glass philosophy far. Empty glass philosophy, deep laid vibes. Chicago blues, how it describes the midnight mind with nothing left. Empty glass philosophy blessed. Deep late night vibes and empty clear. Empty glass philosophy here. Philosophy class taught at every midnight bar. Deep late night vibes, near and far. Glass stays empty, philosophy stays. Empty glass philosophy always. Deep late night vibes complete. Empty glass philosophy sweet. After hours, piano bar still open. After midnight, vibes unspoken. In the notes between the keys. After hours, piano bar, please. Stay one more hour, play one more. After hours, piano bar, encore. After midnight, vibes, piano deep. After hours, piano bar to keep. The night alive past closing time. After hours, piano bar sublime. After hours, piano bar, midnight vibes. Chicago blues, how it describes the music after last call plays. After hours, piano bar always pays. After midnight vibes, piano true. After hours, piano bar for you. Nobody left but piano man. After midnight vibes, the plan of playing past the paying crowd. After hours, piano bar not allowed, just honest. After midnight, true. After hours, piano bar for you. After midnight vibes and keys. After hours, piano bar, please. Keep on playing one more song. After hours, piano bar, all along. After hours, piano bar, midnight vibes. Chicago blues, how it describes the music after last call plays. After hours, piano bar always pays. After midnight vibes, piano true. After hours, piano bar for you. After hours, piano tells the truth. After hours, piano bar the proof that music meant for after hours, after midnight, piano powers. After midnight, piano powers. After midnight, piano powers. After midnight vibes at rest. After hours, piano bar, the best. before the sunrise's blues plays last. Pre-dawn late night vibes holding fast to every midnight hour healed before the sunrise is revealed. The morning coming note by note before the sun rises afloat. Pre-dawn late night vibes, the final before the sun rises primal. Darkness giving way to gray before the sun rises today. Before the sun rises, pre-dawn vibes, Chicago blues, how it describes the final darkness before light, before the sun rises, good night. Pre-dawn late night vibes complete. Before the sun rises, bittersweet. Sky beginning gray and soft before the sun rises aloft. Into the morning coming slow before the sun rises glow. Of everything the night is healed before the sunrise is revealed. Pre-dawn vibes before the light, before the sun rises, good night. To every midnight hour that passed, before the sunrise is built to last. Before the sun rises, pre-dawn vibes, Chicago blues, how it describes the final darkness before light, before the sun rises, good night. Pre-dawn late night vibes complete. Before the sun rises, bittersweet. Before the sun, the blues is truest. Before the sun rises, the bluest. Final note before the dawn, before the sun rises, plays on. Sun arriving, bar grows still. Before the sun rises, worked will. Pre-dawn late night vibes achieved. Before the sun rises, believe that rest was always on its way. Before the sun rises, new day. Chicago blues, good night, good night. Before the sun rises, morning light. Pre-dawn late night vibes complete. Before the sun rises, bittersweet. The finest sleep at journey end. Before the sun rises round the bend. Into morning, into peace. Before the sun rises, release.